Hey, hold on, bro. I'm doing a little podcast right now. I'll let you.
Look here, this how it's gonna go. I'm gonna do what the beat say do. You do what the DJ name say. And burn.
Just to burn one down.
Burn one and saute.
If you ever try Gucci, man, you might burn one.
And I'ma burn one for you.
I'm not doing his intro.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the Burn One Podcast.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Fuck it. You got your boy Rodney in here.
You got your girl Sparkles in here.
Yes, sir. Episode 132. Officially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After doing some deep diving.
Yeah, after some investigation.
So,
Finally on track again.
yeah, Too Bleezy is not here today. He had plans, and Rodney had plans yesterday. So, I was the only one who didn't have plans. So, if you want to be my friend and you live down here,
hit her up.
yeah. I don't have any friends down here.
I did.
So, let me know. My name on Instagram is Sparkles.
Is that 4 E's or 3 E's?
It's 4 E's,
3 S's.
3 S's,
I got it
and an
right.
underscore.
I got it right.
And then that's the same on Twitter as well.
You can get at me at Rodney Boston and at This Is Boston on Twitter and Rodney Boston on Meta.
You're on there?
I mean, we're all on Meta.
Are we?
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
I'm barely even on Facebook.
I got a
for real.
spam message from you on Facebook today.
From me? Oh, no. I'm finna deactivate that bitch.
And I knew it was spam because it came as a text message. It's like Amira Blank has shared a photo album with you or something. I was like, no, she didn't.
It might be because I think it was it today or it was yesterday. I had, when they do the memories, I had reposted a memory.
Oh.
But, hold on.
I be thinking that's spam. So those messages are real?
I don't know.
Hmm.
If I'm being 100% honest, I really don't even know. Yeah, because it was yesterday. I had reposted a video where I had said I don't really have a type, which I kind of don't. I do have a type that I particularly like, but I accept all black men. Nothing
black
else.
men.
Yeah, black. But I said specifically the one type that I know I did not like was a nigga who's balding and won't cut their hair because I know that they were petty because it was hanging on to a petty ass amount of hair.
Look, man, as
So-
a male with a mature hairline. Okay.
But your hairline goes straight across.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
not.
My forehead and hairline have always been right here.
Yeah.
It hasn't moved back. It hasn't
always
gone
been big.
forward.
Yeah.
But it is mature
For your age.
for my age. Yeah. Right? And
But
how
that's
old
not
are you
what I'm talking
You mean
about.
like niggas with the receding and the thinning
Like
in the middle?
there's hair, bald spots. There's hair. There's no
That's
hair
called
where there's
alopecia.
supposed to be hair.
That's called
No,
alopecia. ain't
it could be alopecia, but 9 times out of 10, it's just male pattern baldness.
So what's that from? Niggas not taking care of themselves or just genetics?
Genetics. If a nigga ain't taking care of themselves and they start taking care of their hair, that shit will grow back. But the people that I know who've been balding
They don't take care
and the hair used to be where it was and it's no longer there, it stopped growing there.
What if you see a nigga that you knew that had
Like Chico Bean.
yikes?
Like
Chico
you,
Bean.
Have you seen Chico Bean's hair?
Yeah, he looks like a fucking.
Petty ass nigga. Yes.
He got the George
does.
Jefferson.
Yes. Like, I'm talking about niggas like that. And I had made that video because it was about somebody who follows me on there, on social media. And it was like his third or fourth attempt of trying to talk to me. It's my old coworker who was balding here at the top and the crown of his hair, and then his hairline was going back, and it
See,
was like
if it's
super thin right here.
See, that's 3 whammies right there. Because if you got it fucked up in the middle, you got it receding, and it's thin, you have to then cut it. You have to cut it.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna cut it, you gotta get the motherfucking LeBron.
Yeah, and if I will not date any man who has a hairpiece. I don't care how much fucking weave, wigs, all that shit I wear. I don't wear it to pretend like it's my hair. I say, like, if somebody be like, "Oh, I like your hair." I'd be like, "Oh, thanks. It's a wig. It's not mine. I don't want you to think it's mine."
Okay, so if a
It's
nigga
not.
got the wig,
Niggas ain't finna say, "Oh, thank you, but this ain't mine. This is a toupee."
I want you to know niggas is putting weave in their hair for dreads.
I know.
It's disgusting out here.
I know. I don't really talk to niggas with dreads either.
Because you don't know if they weave or not.
No, because they hair be stinking. Not all of them, but they hair do be stinking.
Their hair be stinking.
Because you can't wash your hair as much. And then, like, when they do wash, it's like a process to wash your hair. So it takes long. Yeah. But I have talked to at least one nigga that had dreads. Nobody else that's memorable sticks out. Oh, no. I forgot. I dated a nigga with dreads.
With the little dreads.
Yeah. Yeah, I
How
forgot.
was that?
His hair didn't stink. He washed it and stuff.
Is it easier to wash little dreads than it is?
Yeah. The one guy that I did talk to, who I can remember his dreads were like past his ass.
Yikes. But they were like.
They were long as
They were
fuck.
kept up.
They looked really good. They were nice. But
TJ got some good dreads.
TJ does have some good dreads. TJ has good hair.
Dolan got good dreads too.
He does. Dolan has thick hair.
Yeah, they got some good hair.
I imagine Dolan's hair would be thin. I don't know why.
I see. I've
Just
known him for a
remembering
long
him from high
time.
school.
His hair has always been thick, I believe. Just like TJ.
I
I knew
can't-
TJ would have thick hair because he
Yeah.
had facial hair before anybody else. Like,
But I can't remember. So, like, I can't remember how Dolan's hair was in high school.
I think it was just a chop. I don't think he. I mean, he ended up having a fro later on, but I don't know. I just when niggas get dreads, bro, because you know dreads have become the thing. When niggas get dreads, you really gotta wait and see with some niggas, man. And all the niggas I know with dreads got some pretty decent dreads.
My brother has dreads now.
He do have dreads.
His hair is thin.
Okay, well.
He should not have dreads. But his hair is thin, but it's not like, it don't look super bad. But I can tell if this
dreads
nigga's
ain't
hair
gonna-
gets any longer, it's gonna start pulling that shit out. Like he has always had a mature hairline, and it's been maturing as he's gotten older too. Like it's gotten older with him. Like his forehead is like
It's up there.
like everybody in my family except for Amir has a big forehead.
That man just got a big head.
Yeah,
He was blessed differently.
yeah.
We got actual shit to talk about today. We have an actual.
And Rodney did the rundown.
Come on now. I did a few things to make the show look a little better today.
Producer,
Come on now. What do you want to talk about first?
whichever one you want to talk about first.
Okay, we can go into music, kinda. I know. Did you listen to Summer Walker?
I listened to most of it.
All right. So what did you think about it?
I liked the first song.
Okay.
But I really just think I like it because Cardi was talking her shit. And I love
You ain't
Cardi.
said that prayer yet.
I haven't even listened to it, and I honestly am gonna say the exact opposite of that prayer because I want all of you niggas to leave me the fuck alone right now at this point in my life. I want to be happily single with nobody sliding in my DM with it as dry as possible because I hate you niggas.
Hey man, that's real talk.
But I love you niggas at the same time. I just want y'all to leave me alone because I want to be
You just
a
want
better
like a
person.
happy medium.
No, I want them to leave me alone because I want to be a better person. Like I know me.
You're gonna entertain the bullshit.
I am, and I'm going to be on some bullshit too.
Yes,
And we both gonna be bullshitting, and I'm just tired.
I bet you're over it. You're still over it. Like Summer Walker.
I'm just now over it. I'm the last album.
I'm dead. You just got done being tired of that shit. Might jump back in. Who knows?
Like I just decided that like 2 weeks ago.
I'm fucking dead. I've only listened to like probably 4 or 5 songs off of the album. I really like Summer Walker. She ditzy as hell, but man, she makes some good music.
She does.
That shit is wild.
Like there was because I was listening to it in my car on the way to work on Friday, where I went into work late. But I already told them I was coming in late because all of Friday was overtime. But I was listening to it on my way into work, and there wasn't a single song where I was like, all right, I'm going to skip this.
Right? And that was my thing with the last album she had. I couldn't really find anything I didn't like. The content on this album is just so cool because one, she dates, I'm assuming when the song was recorded. And a lot of these songs are about London, it seems like.
Yeah.
And he produced a lot of the album.
Yeah.
I like shit like that. I like toxic shit when people put that in their music.
Yeah. But
like
did
Future.
you see what London was saying?
No, what did he say?
So,
London looks weird. I'm not gonna lie.
like a weird person?
Yeah, he's a funny looking guy. He kind of like a dyke.
I could see it. I wouldn't date him. And I love dark skinned men. That's my jam. But some dark skinned men are just
He's not even that dark skinned. Like I'm
He's
looking
brown.
at the, he brown.
yeah. But he's darker than me. So
Okay.
if you're darker than me, you're dark skinned.
I hate how dark skinned people be like, they'll call anybody light skinned. My nigga, you are dark skinned, bro. Just be cool. We are not light skinned, bro.
I'm yellow
No, the fuck you not. You are brown.
right now. This is my summer tan.
That is your regular
If I-
God-given tone.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah, I was finna say if I were to show you my belly, you'd be like, God damn, bitch, you white.
That's because that don't see no sun.
That's my real skin color.
Look, man, you're brown.
All right, I'll take it. I'm brown. But so London was on Instagram because like people, all of Summer Walker's fans had
They was
like
flooding his shit?
They was flooding his shit, and like he was trying to figure out what the fuck going on. He knew what the fuck. Was
You knew
going
exactly what was
on.
going on.
And then he was like, "Oh, the album must have dropped." And then like he was like, "Fuck
My
all
nigga,
of
you
y'all." blah, blah, blah.
executively produced it. Don't say, oh.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, okay." He was like, y'all keep listening to the album though. Keep streaming." And then London's baby mama, who Bitter is about. Yeah, because she was the one that was causing all the drama and shit.
Okay.
And I think Summer and the baby mama are like kind of cool now. Like they don't really got no beef. They're not cool, but they just have an
There's no
understanding. Yeah.
Like cordial.
Yeah, so this song is coming out after that they're kind of like cordial. The baby mama done admitted she was after Summer and London broke up. she was capping, talking about London was doing good for the kids, her kids or whatever. And he wasn't, but London just promised to give her money for doing it, and then didn't true up on the money.
Damn.
Is what I had seen
London
from
on
the
the
stories
track.
I had been following.
Damn.
Yeah. And so, like, people were going under the baby mama's Instagram, too.
I hate when people do that.
And then,
Stop doing
like-
regular folk like that, man.
Yeah. And then, because, you know, it was Cardi was narrating it or whatever. And she said some,
No, she
excuse
snapped.
me, she said some little slick shit to Cardi.
Who, Summer or the baby mama?
The baby
said-
mama was saying some
because
slick
of the.
because of the album and all that stuff or whatever. And then she went on to say she likes the song. What happened?
Clark King.
Huh? Oh. She she likes the song, and regardless of what the content is about, she just said she liked the song and she ain't got no problems with her or whatever. But yeah, the song was old. Ooh, this on the TV. Side note.
A deadly fight at what the is this what you were
So-
talking about earlier, right?
No, this isn't what I was talking about earlier, but I seen this earlier.
What is
On-
that we're watching?
So this is
That's
like
the
a
guy
couple
that-
of months ago that died at Whiskey Row. The security
fuck.
guards killed him, but the autopsy report just confirmed that he died of asphyxiation, making it be a homicide. So the security guards, like
They're at
They-
fault, yeah.
yeah, they're at
been
fault. So they
charged.
killed him. I don't know if they're going to be charging the security people, but
They have to. You did it. It's on camera too.
yeah, but they committed homicide basically.
What is this nigga's name? Sean Vecchio? You saw that, right? Sean Vecchio.
I did.
Whatever he did that shit.
Yeah, but it was like a couple of months ago. It was like a real big sex trafficking bust that Metro did at some hotel. It was like a bunch of people.
Like on Dickinson Road.
No, it was like they did it somewhere in Gallatin, but like they had they were messaging people or people were messaging a page or whatever that was fake for like a girl who was like 13 or something, or maybe 16, I don't remember, somewhere in that age range, and they agreed to have sex with the girl for money.
What? And that's here?
Nigga, it's a lot of pedophiles in the city.
Hey, no cap. When I was a kid in my neighborhood, I used to play outside like kids do. And my parents told me there was a guy on the corner. If they said if that guy ever says anything to you, do not don't respond, come back in the house, come back in the crib. Apparently that guy was on the registered sex offenders list.
Yeah.
Crazy. He ain't never say nothing to me.
He didn't want to go back to jail.
I would have yelled. Like, that nigga trying to touch me. Nigga trying to fuck me, bro. What? Not TSU had a, what the fuck is that?
Heart walk. I ain't never seen that many white people at TSU.
White nigga TSU ain't never seen that many white people at TSU.
But when I went there, it was actually a decent amount of white people that went there. For it to be HBCU, it was a decent amount.
What's up with these HBCUs being terribly ran? Like shit, but they want all this money. Like I'm with the whole HBCU like empowerment and growth and doing all that for it. But TSU specifically, I know how they get run. Like I know people that work for TSU and go to TSU.
They make poor decisions.
Poor decisions. Like they just extended the academic calendar after they had cut it. So I guess the semester was supposed to end in November, like before Thanksgiving type shit. Semester was supposed to end. Don't make no sense, right? But then now they've pushed it back to where it ends at the end of November. Yeah. You can't do
Are
that
they
to
just
people.
doing it just this month this year for COVID or something?
Or
Or is that
no.
like a permanent change?
I don't know.
Because
I
that's
have
a
no
permanent change, bro. That's some bullshit.
clue. I have no clue.
Because I had to go to school all the way to fucking December like 8th or some shit.
And I
No,
don't
it
think-
was past
And
that.
I don't think they go back until like January 20 something.
That was normal though. We ain't go back until like after MLK Day. That was normal. I miss having breaks and shit like that where it was like free breaks. I ain't have to
Yeah, to do
clock out
game.
on no time or no shit.
Yeah, that shit don't exist no more.
I'm tired of being an adult.
Man, you got to just put in PTO.
I'm ready to time travel.
Nigga, who you talking about?
I can't do this shit no more. But yeah, Summer Walker's out. Summer Walker.
Her
Not
album
Walcome.
was-
Her album was good
fire.
from what I've listened to. I think I got to the song right before what you call her album.
Still over it.
Yeah.
Deadly Stampede. That's a great transition into some more music. Fucking crazy ass. Travis Scott had the Astro World Fest in Houston this week. Well, Friday.
Yeah.
Right now they're at 11 people that have died. That is some crazy ass shit, man. Like, look at. Well, they can see it on the screen. That's too many fucking people.
Yeah. And then so somebody was talking about how it's okay for a festival to have that many people, but it's just only one stage. They usually, like with festivals like that, they have multiple stages, so it separates the people out.
From the stories I've heard, like even earlier in the day before Travis Scott even got on, like even during Master P said they were getting rowdy. Like niggas was getting. Master P was there. Shout out Master P and his son at TNT.
Nah, nah, nah.
And
Make 'em say,
and motherfuckers was getting like kind of stampede. I don't think anybody died during the day. But obviously, we've all seen videos of Travis Scott concerts.
I've not. I don't
Well-
follow Travis Scott at all.
Well, I follow him, but I mean, I've seen videos of the mosh pits that he has. They're crazy. Looks fucking ridiculous. I don't think I'd ever be in the middle of one of those. That looks like Astrofest was that times 10. And I believe Astrofest got canceled last year, or it didn't happen because COVID, obviously. And so this is the first year back. And niggas did not know how to act, bro. I don't want to say niggas because it's not only black people that were there. It was people. Motherfuckers, niggas was out there. There was too many people out there. People were getting trampled. Didn't you say niggas was getting fucking stuck in the
Yeah.
neck with drugs?
Yeah, so I just seen a video. A police chief, I think, in Houston said that they believe that there was a person there who was injecting people with drugs. There was a security guard that said he felt a prick in his neck. And it was like he had said that like right after, it was like right when the EMTs or something was checking him out, and like when they were checking him out, he passed out. So they had to use Narcan to revive him. And then after they did that, they noticed, they seen a prick where it was like okay, something definitely pricked this man in the neck. And so they believe that people were getting pricked in the neck with drugs. That's probably leading to some people's deaths, but they said they are still investigating everything. But they did have to use Narcan on that one security guard.
A lot of people were trying to like compare this to the Alec Baldwin situation for Travis Scott. Like, is he at fault? I wouldn't say he's at fault because, I mean, he was just there performing. There are videos
Who
of
put together the concert?
Travis and his people.
But who? Because
It's his fest.
it's his fest, but
I mean, yeah, you have the
it's just his name is on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you have
So
the
you have,
people who
I
actually
think,
put it together.
Energy Stadium where it was Live Nation, I believe.
It would be Live Nation's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's who I would think it would be. Whoever went into the whole planning of this should have definitely thought about, okay, how many tickets are we selling? Just like the type of crowd, like his normal type of crowd or whatever. They're usually rowdier. the fact that most fests have more than one stage, or if it doesn't have more than one stage, there's definitely ample space for people to spread out. And then they probably didn't have enough security.
Doesn't look like it. Because there's no way you have enough security with people that bunched up, and you have security outlining the crowd, and there's
They'll never
mosh
be able to get
pits.
to the inside.
Yeah, you can't get to the inside.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous, and there's literally no way to do it.
And they probably should have had like areas, even if it was just one stage, they should have had areas like sectioned off.
Yeah.
To where it was like you have rows where people can walk through. Security can be in the middle, not just around the side. Mm-hmm. It could have been planned much better. Was this his first one?
No, there was a Astrofest in 2019.
How did that go? Was it the
Nobody
same?
died.
Well, and also motherfuckers is crazy at this point. And
Yeah.
also, because didn't they say people got shot too?
I didn't hear that.
Maybe
I did
I'm
not hear
tripping.
that.
Maybe I'm tripping. But
I mean, hell, maybe not.
also, when you go to a concert, do you not get checked? Do they not check y'all bag and stuff?
I don't go to concerts. I'm lame as hell.
It's okay, I am too. But I go to concerts from time to time. Like
Yeah,
when
I mean-
I've gone, they always like open up your bag and check and look at shit. If something looks suspicious.
Yeah, like at the
Put
games,
it
they'll check you. Like when you go into a stadium or something.
Not now. Not at the Titan Stadium. You gotta have a clear bag.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
If you want
That's right.
and you want to take the risk, you can pack you up a couple of blunts, put them in your little clear
You be
bag.
smoking in there.
You actually cannot smoke inside of the Nissan Stadium at all.
That's right.
You have to smoke outside.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when I just went, because this guy had went and stepped out. He was like, "This is a smoke-free area." She was like, "This is a smoke-free area," and he was like, "Well, where can I smoke?" She was like, "You'll have to step outside of the stadium."
And they don't let you back in. Wow.
So, what's more important than you?
This blunt. Depending on how good the game is.
It was the Colts game. The Colts game that was down here.
Oh, the first Colts game? We whooped their ass that game.
Yeah, it was a good game though.
When did he need the smoke?
It's like halftime.
I don't remember what it was looking like at halftime.
I think the Colts still had a chance at halftime.
It was still a game? Okay. I might have needed the smoke then too, but I could have held it. You can bring vape. You can't bring little vape things in either.
I don't know. You might be able to. I mean, literally, whatever was in my clear bag, as long as it didn't look like it was a gun or weapon in there,
All right.
they wasn't checking.
Okay. I don't know what they couldn't have checked this fucking thing though. On to some more music. Your boy Kanye.
I fell back in love with him.
After this interview?
No,
Oh.
just for a brief moment. I still love him. He smiled at one point, and I was like, wow. I love him again.
No way.
I'm a sucker for a smile.
Even with that haircut.
I honestly didn't even really notice the haircut. Like right there.
You can't.
Right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, his smile.
Oh my goodness.
Look at you got me.
Oh my goodness.
Smile.
Ray Charles looking motherfucker. Fuck. Crazy fuck. I didn't like some of the shit that nigga said. The shit he said about Big Sean was so fucking out of line. And he's not funny. Kanye's not a funny dude.
Some of the stuff he was saying was actually kind of funny though. It was like
The Big Sean joke
giggle. No, the Big Sean thing, that was like, yeah,
Like,
you
bro.
fucked up, bro.
And then Big Sean had tweeted out, like, as soon as the clips had started coming out, he was like, he had just seen Kanye, and he had posted a picture of him, Kanye, and Hit Boy at some event. And Big Sean was not the worst thing you did, okay? Probably marrying Kim Kardashian was the worst thing you did.
Probably.
Signing Big Sean was not. Big Sean was one of the bigger artists on good music. You fucking crazy fuck. You sick mental fuck. Pusha T, and the question was,
Don't do my husband like that.
the question was, Pusha T or Big Sean?
Yeah, he ain't have to do that.
You didn't have
Like,
to
he
do all
did
that.
not.
We already
No.
know you fuck with Pusha T. We know you fuck with Pusha T tough.
And did you see that Big Sean responded?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "I just talked
I
to this
just
nigga."
seen you, my nigga.
Like,
I
and it was
just
it
seen
was
you.
after he had already did this interview.
I just said he had just seen that nigga. And it's like, why are you doing that?
He be doing it for the camera.
Dude, that nigga will do anything for clout. And then he's talking about
He said that was supposed to be 3 dubs in his head.
he's a dumbass. Kanye's
But look at that smile. He could say some dumb shit like that to me and then
and just
smile.
smile like that and be all right.
And I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Fuck no.
It's only gonna work so many times. And then I'd be like, you know what, nigga, fuck you, I'm leaving.
He apparently said a lot in the interview. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch all of it. I just seen the clips. I know he said something about Just Blaze out of line. He says he keeps speaking about Drake. I mean, I know they ask him, but that man hates Drake.
But he said he loved him in the interview.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to say. And we all know what that means. We all know what I love you means. It means I hate your guts. Fuck you. That's what I love you means. What? Especially in his sense. He said Drake fucking moved down the street from him. Like,
On purpose.
on purpose because of Kanye. I'm like, bro, you live in a neighborhood full of celebrities. You two are not the only notable wealthy people in this neighborhood. You're not.
Let me just say this. Drake is a subtly petty nigga.
Is it subtle?
It's subtle to us because it's not nothing that we would see. Like, Kanye does stuff online, social media. You know that he's throwing shots at somebody and you know who it is. Drake does strike me as the kind of person, because I have the same energy. Like, I will legit do some petty shit just to be able to fucking laugh at you. Like, what do they call it when people are like literally like their skin is crawling because they upset and shit or whatever. But like, so like I will do stuff to people to make them think, to be like, this bitch is doing this to me on purpose. But like,
So
you can't really verbalize it and say it out loud because people gonna be like, hey, bro, nah, you tweaking.
Yeah. So you'll do sly slick shit to make it seem like you're doing something, but not really doing something. There's a word for that.
Like the person who I'm doing it to will know.
Yeah.
But everybody
Yeah.
else on the outside looking in is just
Would be
like,
nah.
no.
I mean, I
you're
guess.
tripping.
I mean, I guess.
Like, that's some shit I would move down the street from you.
Only reason why I guess Kanye would have a point is because Drake said it in the song. Like, if you don't say it in a song, nobody knows. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Now you're letting everybody know. Now it's a thing.
Yeah.
And now it's a part of the beef. This nigga lived down the street from you and he fucked your wife, but he didn't fuck your wife. Who's not your wife, but you saying she's still your wife.
Because he said he ain't seen no divorce papers.
My nigga,
the nigga said he's a nomad. That's why you ain't seen it. They're trying to figure out where you going so they can serve you.
He said he was in a group text with Trav, Kim, Jay, I think Virgil.
After that song.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm worth more than all of you or some bullshit like that. Bro. Fuck Donda, bro. That's all I got to say. That was all I got. He compared himself to Thanos. You're not Thanos. You didn't. Look, bro. Your wife bailed you out of debt. It's a thing niggas know. You cannot flex that you are the biggest, most wealthiest. I mean, you can, but it's not the same. It doesn't hit the same when we know your past and we know your history. Like, you were in an egregious amount of debt. And Kim Kardashian swiped her card and got you out of it. Just like she was getting niggas out of jail.
That's what she do. She's Captain Save a Nigga.
She saved this nigga's life. I'm going to be honest. He doesn't want her to leave. She has to go.
But he was talking shit about her.
Of course.
For a
About the joke that she made on SNL.
Yeah, I'm talking about before this interview.
Oh.
He was talking shit about her on the slick.
What was he saying?
He was saying because he was upset with her because she was saying that he needed to go to a hospital.
Oh, you need to go to rehab.
Yeah,
Him and
and you
Chris,
remember-
he had screenshotted.
Yeah, and you remember he said some shit.
He was like in the
about
upside
that.
down or some shit. I remember he said that too. That nigga's a goofball.
Yeah.
He says there's supposed to be like a deluxe extended Donda. Keep it. Keep that shit, bro. Streets don't want that, bro.
Yeah, but when he was saying Donda is better than CLB, I can't even give an honest opinion on it because the first song on Donda made me not want to listen to the rest of the fucking album because I felt like I was going to be a part of a fucking seance. I was like, I can't, and I'm all for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it.
A good satanic
it.
ritual in a
Yes.
song. Me too,
I'm
right?
all for it, but when I heard
When
that,
it
like,
feels
my
weird,
my
I don't
skin
like.
was crawling.
Yeah, I don't like it when it feels really weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I told you, I used to be on the Kanye satanic bandwagon when Yeezus came out. I was front line, my nigga.
Like,
I loved
love it.
Yeezus.
Love it.
Loved it. My
All
deal
hell
with Kanye,
Yeezus.
is that
No.
I liked him so much, and he did really weird fuck shit in like the real world, and his music suffered from it. Like, you didn't do anything as a fan, like me personally, to like you anymore.
Yeah,
And
Jesus
I already-
is probably the last album that I really fuck with. Cause Life of Pablo after that, ain't it?
Life of Pablo's after that, then
I don't even care for Life of Pablo.
Yay, and then Jesus is King.
Yay is horrible. Like that was legitimately
Look,
the
man.
worst fucking album
Look,
of that
man.
year. And
Look,
I'm
man.
talking about between the independent people, the people who live in Nashville, who put their trash ass albums out. I'd rather listen to that shit.
Look,
He had one good song on there.
which was
The one with,
when she's like supermodel thick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supermodel thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bop. That
Yeah,
was a bop.
that one was. Everything else,
Like,
horrible.
as much as I hate Kanye, every album there is something that I can say I like out of it. Like, even as much as I hate Donda, if I gotta be honest and say out of the best albums of the year, I'd put it top 10. Just because of like everything that isn't
But-
Kanye on it.
But let me just
Because
say,
there's so much on
but
it.
if you mainly only listen to like rap, R&B, black artists.
No, I don't. I really don't. I listen to a lot of. I do try to listen to new rap. I can never find new rap of what I'm supposed to be like up on. It's so much out. R&B, it's easy to find new R&B because I don't know anybody. Everything's new to me. White people have good songs. If it comes at me,
But you're not listening to a whole pop artist album.
I love Casey Musgraves.
I don't even know what the fuck.
She's a country music star.
Speaking of small innocent plug, I love that song that I played for you last week.
Oh, you finna
Yeah.
rock out?
I'm not gonna play it.
I was gonna say
but-
hook up to the Bluetooth.
No.
Nah, you're not gonna body him with that. All right.
They can go look it up themselves.
We'll put it in the description, maybe.
Y'all go listen to Cocaine Country Dancing by Paul. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name. It starts with a C. That motherfucker hidden.
It's hidden.
And
I liked it.
when I listened to that one, like I just let Apple Music, because like Apple Music, one, if you're listening to anything that's rap or categorized as rap or hip hop, whatever they want to call it, Apple Music is horrible at fucking shuffling shit. I know I'm gonna hear Future. I'm gonna hear that song. What the fuck is it?
March Madness.
Dirty Soda Styrofoam.
Wait, what?
It's like Dirty Soda and the styrofoam. Mind blown, something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
And March Madness be playing.
Yeah, March
and then
Madness
they
stay
always
playing. I'm like,
they
bro, I don't even got
always
that
do
in
the chopped and screwed of what's his face. And for whatever reason, oddly enough, they be playing that T-Pain and Chris Brown song. Kiss, Kiss.
Kiss, Kiss.
Yes, like
What
they be
the
coming on
fuck?
all the time. Like those 3 songs, I don't want to hear them anymore.
What the fuck?
Like I'd be like, what
I
the
hate
fuck?
Apple Music so much.
Like they're horrible. I'm really about to get Spotify.
Bruh, they making me think about it, but I hate Spotify at this in the same day.
Spotify is so difficult to navigate.
I have the free thing, so
That's
like
what I
it's
have.
on shuffle. Who the fuck wants to listen to shuffle?
Yeah.
What? But I listen to podcasts on Spotify.
I did. Ooh. Speaking of podcasts, because we off Kanye. That nigga's crazy,
Yeah.
but I love him.
Crazy cool.
But the interview that Academics did with Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
do not fucking like Academics.
Oh, I
like,
was gonna say Brittany Renner.
I don't like her either, but like her explanations and her explaining stuff or whatever. Like he would, what pissed me off most about him, he would ask her a question, she would give her answer, and it didn't seem like she was like, oh, I'm lying or whatever. Like, 'cause she was consistent with her answer every time.
Mm-hmm.
And this nigga DJ Academics was like, yeah, I hear you, but you lying, bitch. Like, that's how he was basically
So,
like talking to her. I don't like him.
That's wild because I didn't watch it, but I saw like a few clips, not many. I do know that him and Brittany Renner used to have like a thing. If I'm not mistaken.
Who? DJ Academics?
Mm-hmm. I think he used to be tricking off on her.
DJ Academics seems like the kind of nigga that got to pay for sex.
You know what though? I think he got the bread to do it.
Absolutely, he does. He definitely has. He would definitely have, just not even based on what he looks like. It's his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have to pay me to be around this nigga for more than 30 minutes.
Not to be around the nigga. God
Yes, like I don't like him. Like the way he conducts his and like she was still like cool and like nice about everything, and he kept every time he asked her a question and she just started to answer it a little bit, cut her off every time, and then she was explaining why she was at Jackson State.
Damn. Oh, what was her explanation for that?
Apparently, she had got a scholarship to go there or something. She's from Mississippi, and she used to play soccer. She had a full ride scholarship playing soccer. She was like,
How old is she?
I think she just turned 30. And
Oh,
she
so
was
she-
there.
she
She was
didn't
there for
just-
homecoming.
Oh, okay.
It's why she was there. It wasn't recent, but she was there for homecoming. That's what people like.
Well, you
Old
know,
heads,
look, man.
Old heads go to TSU, be at like they be on campus during homecoming week because it's events going on campus for everybody.
Was she fucking off though?
No.
Oh.
She said she did the video just to get ahead of people because, like, you know, it's like it's a actual term for it, but when people like say somebody, like, let's say everybody says you're a whore, and you're not a whore, but just because you already know that's what other people are going to say about you, then you already you'd be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm a whore, I'm going to make these statements because that's what you're going to believe anyways. And she said she just made that video just to like get out ahead and like make a joke before anybody else could make a joke about it, or say something about it. How true that is, I don't know. I really don't give a fuck. Why is this nigga Academics worried about who she's fucking?
I mean, look, man. You know who she is. You know who he is. That would be the only question I would assume him to ask her, is who she fucking and why. I don't really know too much about Brittany Renner. I would like to talk to her. But I guess, I mean, she made niggas think that she was finna go on campus and get the fucking and sucking. And that's her prerogative. But she is 30. I don't think she would be on our campus fucking and sucking. It looked bad, though. It looked bad. Okay? But kudos to her for it not being what it was. Shout out to her.
Yeah. But, and like she says, and I 100% believe her just because I know bitches like this. Like, she's one of those people that desperately wants to be in a relationship, wants to find
The
love.
one, yeah.
Yeah, she wants to be married and all that shit or whatever. And like she might have done fucked with or talked. She said she's only had sex with, I think, I forgot how many people she said, and I don't want to misquote her, but it was way less people than I thought.
What we talking about, 20s?
I think it might have been like 20s or maybe like teens.
Teens.
I don't remember because I don't give a fuck about.
I mean, that don't matter neither.
Yeah, but
To be honest, I think 20 bodies is cool. That's straight. You're
for
an
her to be
adult.
30, that's not that bad.
Nah, it's not bad.
I know motherfuckers who was probably in their 20s before we was even.
I'm saying
20.
like 20's not bad for anybody.
Yeah, so
I don't think the 30s is bad.
I don't think any number gets really bad. Like
If you can,
it's like your age matters.
yeah, your age matters. Because if you don't fuck 20 dudes by the age of 20,
Nigga, that's a nigga for every year you've been alive, and you wasn't fucking every year you was alive.
and I'm not finna, but if you don't fuck 20 dudes by the age of 40, and then when did you do it?
Did you do it all in 1 year?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because it when and how and the duration. And all
yeah,
that,
was
like,
it 2
matters.
on 1? Was it 2 at one time? Was it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you even count that as 2?
Yeah,
You count that as 2 though, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's 2.
That'd be 2 different people, 2 different penises. So
But
I think
one-
that count as 2.
Or 2 different vaginas, that would be 1.
Two different vaginas would be
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, it'd be,
At the same time, would be 2 bodies.
yeah, just one occasion.
Yeah. Speaking of, on Chop by T on their podcast, what's his name said he's had sex with pretty much not every girl, 90% of the women that he's met, like on the first encounter, like not like that he was trying to have sex with, not every woman that he's encountered, like if it's like a first date or something like that, he said 90% of them he's had sex with them on the first time linking up. Is what he said. He's a slut. Niggas is easy.
90%?
Niggas is easy. Close your legs.
90% is kind of, I don't know. I mean, 90%, it's like I got to take it case by case. Like if it's every time they come into your crib, I mean, I would assume that that's about to happen. So 90% is like reasonable, I would assume. But even then, you are wiling. If 90% of the time someone you invite into your house, you're fucking them, that is wild. But then if you're taking them on dates, I mean, look, like we just said, the number, it all matters. 90% out of 10, that's 9 people.
9.
That's the
Slut.
majority.
Close your legs.
Yeah.
You harlot. You filthy harlot.
I'm not going to go harlot. I'm going to go maybe not 90. Maybe not 90.
Yeah, but that was like funny that they said that though.
Shout out to them.
But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to those podcasts. But fuck DJ Academics. I'm not watching another interview.
I mean, all his interviews be like viral. He had 21 on there. I think he's going to have Dirk on there if Dirk hadn't already been on there.
Just his vibe gives me. I was the kid who was bullied in school, but I still hung out with the cool kids because they were using me, but they were bullying me the entire time. And I just want to be fit. I want to fit in with the in group. That's the vibes he gives me, and I hate those kind of niggas. I don't like them.
The vibe he gives me is he was never in the in crowd. I think he was just. You on TikTok, ain't you?
I was. I was singing that song with Tyler earlier.
I'm ashamed. I've been on TikTok more often than I should.
I only get on there like once a week.
But when I get on there, I will catch myself. I'm like, damn, how many TikToks have I just looked at? And then I stop.
And then keep scrolling.
I stop.
I don't. I keep scrolling. Like all this morning so I woke up at 6:54.
Yikes.
Yep. Woke up unnecessarily early.
Did.
Or excuse me, 5:54.
Oh goodness.
and I was sitting there scrolling. I have been scrolling on TikTok from 6:54 to 11. Then I got up to go feed my niece and nephew. And then I got back in my bed by like 11:45 and scrolled on TikTok until whenever I texted you and asked how many people are coming today.
All right.
So, yeah, that's how I spend my Saturdays.
Right,
if anybody wants to be my friend,
hold up,
DM me, but also please do realize I'm probably going to cancel a lot.
Is that cool these days to cancel on people?
I cancel well in advance.
Okay.
If it's the day of and it's not like an emergency, I just stick it out. I just be like, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
You never cancel day of? Oh man, you're a real one.
You know,
you're loyal.
You know who my parents are, nigga? Ain't no canceling day of, motherfucker. You going?
You going?
I don't care if you don't want to go. You're going.
If you done
should have
slept
said
and woke
something
up,
before.
you going?
Yeah, you should have said something ahead of time. And I didn't. So if I don't say something ahead of time, then I stick it out.
Yikes! You want to get back into the rundown?
Yes.
Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs was a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Just a few days ago, he got into a really, really bad crash, killing one young lady and her dog. Tina Tinter, I believe is her name. I see you have an issue with that, but I'm going to keep going. Let me go through the story. Henry Ruggs fucked his future up. But even then, it's that same question we've been asking recently. Will he get another chance? Like, it's his fault completely. He's gonna go to jail. At like 2 to 20. Some are saying maybe 45 years or something crazy like that. He's a multimillionaire. I don't know how much of that contract he's got before they waived him. I don't know how much of that money he has, but all of it's going to his lawyer team. And if he, in any shape, any way, makes it out of this without jail time, you're going to be in rehab. You're going to have to do the biggest apology press run in recent memory, probably since Mike Vick, maybe since Ray Lewis, just to get another chance at sniffing the league again. And that's just talking about getting back into football. Fuck everything else. That's if you get back into football, as if you can get back. It would be a long road and a tough road. You fucked yourself. The nigga was going 156 miles an hour. That's crazy.
And it wasn't even on like the interstate, was it?
It was on just a residential road.
Yeah.
And he hit that girl in the back. I don't know what she was doing. It was like 3-something in the morning.
Probably driving the regular speed.
Probably so. Her car was engulfed in flames. Like, that shit looked terrible. They said, people on the scene said that you could still like hear her in the car. That's so fucked. And he walked out unscathed. I'm not going to say unscathed, but he walked away with his life. He walked away with his life. So him and his girl.
But you know, one of the main reasons why he probably walked away and he wasn't harmed that much, because he was under the influence of alcohol. Because like your muscles aren't tense or anything, and your body can go that, like, even if some shit is like about to happen, like your muscles won't tense up and be able to do anything. So you literally go limp.
It's terrible to say, but that could have easily been him gone as well. Yeah. So I mean, he is lucky to have his life. Because it could turn around for him, you know what I'm saying? But
I doubt it's going to turn around for him.
Yes.
I definitely think he should be held accountable, because going 156 on a residential road is egregious.
And like
there's no reason to be
that's not even
no
funny.
coochie, no food, no emergency or anything that I could excuse you going 156
Yeah, no.
on a residential road. The ambulances that are trying to save motherfuckers' lives
Aren't even
going that fast. Like, there's no reason
There's
for you
no
to
reason
be
to
able
be
go.
going that fast.
No. Now, if you're on the Autobahn and you're going that fast, they ain't got no speed limit.
Do your thing. Do your thing. But you're in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's not funny. They brought up a video that came out last year. I guess he was driving with his girl. He was driving really fast. Excuse me. She was in the car with him, and she was recording it. And he was going around that speed limit, around 150, playing. You know what I'm saying? Just bullshitting on a residential road. And they're pulling that back up, and it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, and his girlfriend that posted that probably thought that shit was funny or that shit was cute. Yeah. Nigga, if I'm in Negroes, men, male, if I ever get in the car with you and you go anything over 10 to 12 miles over the speed limit,
get you the fuck out.
I'm calling the police on you. I'm not calling the police on you, but I'm never riding in the car with you ever again.
Gotta get that license plate.
Huh?
Gotta get that license plate.
License plate? Nigga, I probably know where they live.
All right.
Nigga, don't play with me. If something happens to me because a nigga want to play, like, don't play with my life. Like, I speed, but if somebody else is in my car, I'm not finna, like, egregiously speed. Like, I'll go 20 miles over by myself.
Scare anyone.
No.
Especially not over anything you would be afraid to do. Like, that's crazy to think. He's not afraid to go 156 miles an hour.
I am.
I saw a tweet that said if someone was going 156 miles an hour and I was in the car, I'd cry.
I would definitely.
Would you cry?
I would be.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd really like.
You remember what Amir looked like?
Stop.
I would be like that.
We're gonna get that picture pulled up.
We gotta just have that picture.
I'm gonna have it ready. Since we know how to do all this bullshit, I'm gonna have it ready. I'm gonna have it ready. Don't worry. Yeah. But it's over for Henry Ruggs. If you get back in the NFL, you probably be going to the Cowboys because Jerry Jones don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but the only thing that I do have a problem with about this whole case is them making a big deal about the dog.
And the dog is what I've
the dog, like everything else. Like, I get it. He was wrong. All of that. Anything they say, like, there's no excuse.
But for the people that it took for the dog to set them over, yeah, you're the shitty person, not him.
Y'all are the kind of people. Y'all are the kind of people that I'd be like. Do you remember that guy who got that rock thrown over the bridge at him? It was like a brick.
Yes.
They need that to happen to them. Because they're the problem. They're what's wrong with society. You are putting.
You're worried about the wrong thing.
They cared more about what happened because of the dog.
Yeah.
This is a human life.
Yeah. They're finna Mike Vick and Ray Lewis him.
But you care about, he's a horrible person. He killed the dog.
My nigga, he could have killed himself. He's irresponsible and ignorant. That's what we need to be talking about.
Like, y'all made it about the dog. Like, there's no reason why on a headline that I'm seeing on social media, like that, the dog is not a headline.
It's not.
Unless this nigga got out the car and fucking choked and strangled the dog like Will Smith did in I Am Legend.
But it's like, I think his girlfriend was with him in the car with him.
During this wreck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's in the video.
Oh, is she
with
the
him.
one that was hugging him?
Yeah. Saying, I'm so sorry. I don't know. I need to read up more, but obviously of the big headlines and all the information they've thrown at us, I've given you a brief synopsis of it. So, Henry Ruggs, boy. I mean, he's had people coming to his aid, like Derek Carr. And Derek Carr came to John Gruden. I mean, he was like, that's my coach, that's my nigga. Henry Ruggs, he was like, I would have much rather you call me or call an Uber or something like that. Yeah. You are in the NFL. You have too many fucking resources. You're in Vegas. That's gonna put a damper on a lot of guys going to Vegas or a lot of players getting drafted to Vegas teams. That's my bathroom door.
Yeah.
I was about to fucking go crazy.
The door is locked. I made sure the door was locked before we started recording.
Cool. Yeah, man. I don't see. We don't know what the future holds for Henry Ruggs. You had a promising one, but it's over with. For as far as news of other famous, notable wideouts, the GOAT. Fuck. I really wish this is not the GOAT. This fucking white cracker is not the GOAT. Okay.
There you go.
The GOAT.
He fine too.
Whatever. OBJ deserves better than what he's getting.
I love him too.
He got let go from Cleveland, I think on his birthday. What a gift to him, because he did not want to fucking be there. I'm sure he's happy.
You can come back to the Giants, baby.
He don't want to go back there, but I mean, anything, I'm going to be real, anything is better than Cleveland, to be honest. But they've just knocked Baker down. They're starting their fucking backup, I believe. So who knows? Who knows what's up with Baker? Who knows what's up with the Browns? But as far as Odell, I'm excited to see him go somewhere and go to a challenger. They saying he might go to L.A., to the Chargers. I mean, to the Rams, Play with Jalen Ramsey and Matt Stafford.
Are there Chargers? Is there a Chargers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're in the AFC. The Rams are in the NFC. They're talking about he could go to Tampa Bay and help out Tom Brady.
Tom Brady don't need no more help.
Tom Brady don't need OBJ and Antonio Brown and Gronk. No. That just doesn't need to fucking happen.
But these are recent pictures
Of Odell?
He looked good with black hair.
All right.
Much better than those ramen noodles.
The ramen noodle pack on his head.
Much better.
He hadn't
looked
seasoned
good.
it. He hadn't seasoned it yet. And it looked like he had to diet pretty hard. Yeah. But shout out to Odell. Shout out to him.
But he's nice to look at.
Shout out to Odell Beckham Jr.
I love you.
Wherever he goes, he needs to go to a contender. Because ain't nobody trying to just see Odell and boo-boo the motherfucking food, throw the ball at him. We already seen that shit in Cleveland. Shit is trash. We want to see Odell do well, not fail. That's the motto.
I like that. Do well, not fail.
Come on now.
That's the motto.
That's the motto.
It is.
That's the motto. As far as other athletes, Scottie Pippen's hating ass has been all over the fucking news.
He needs to worry about his wife.
He needs to worry about literally his entire life outside of basketball. We can stay on Scottie Pippen. Hoe ass nigga is mad that The Last Dance was more about Jordan than it was about the Bulls. Even though there are no Bulls if there is no Jordan. So what the fuck are we talking about, Scottie? I guess he thinks Michael had the producers make it seem like he's the hero. God damn, he looks terrible right there. Looks fucking terrible.
What's funny is you picked these pictures.
I picked every photo. Every photo that we're showing of this nigga. I forgot that was on there, though. And he looked terrible. Sorry, Scottie. He's going to be coming out with some article with GQ, I believe, where he goes into more detail of his hating shit. And look, man, I'm all in for haters. Okay? Hate your heart out. But, Scottie,
stop.
You're the last nigga we need to hear. Like, you are the last guy we need to hear, especially about this Last Dance shit. Like, he's mad about how he was portrayed. Like, so you watched The Last Dance, right?
I think I watched the first 2 episodes of it.
Okay, did you see anything about Scottie Pippen? I'm not sure if he was in those first 2. No?
Nope. I didn't get to see the rest of it because I didn't remember to watch it because the nigga that I was talking to was actually watching it, and I was watching it with him.
Okay.
And I don't watch TV.
I feel you.
So
I feel you.
If it wasn't on Netflix.
It is now.
Well, I'll go watch it now.
If you want to watch it. Netflix also got that movie, The Harder They Fall. I need to watch it.
I watched it.
Oh, is it good?
Fire.
It's good?
Fire.
It's fire? Fuck.
Fire. I loved it.
Fuck. I'm going to go watch it.
I'm tired of seeing black people portrayed in the same way as drug dealers, rappers, all that. Like your stereotypical stuff that black people do. Yes, black people are these things, but black
They're
people are
more
also
than that.
multifaceted. They do more than that.
They're far more.
They
than
need
that.
to have more movies of white people being drug dealers because they the ones that's really pushing the most drugs
And those
around
be the
here,
good
all that.
movies. Those be the good movies.
They be good, but they need to portray them in the same light how they
they do
portray
niggas.
black people.
Yeah, you're not
Because they
lying.
just as bad.
You're not lying.
But the harder they fall, I loved it because it was like that's legitimately
Western?
it's true. Like it's about real people. Also, black people were the first cowboys.
I
Like
knew that.
cowboy is a derogatory term. Yeah, I learned that. I think I learned that in high school. I think my dad taught me. But yeah, they, like any westerns you see, like the westerns that come on whatever the fuck that channel is on TV, it's all white people. It's not accurate at all.
You know, okay, this is so off topic. I'm sorry I'm bringing it up, but you say cowboy. I was thinking of getting us a logo, the show,
Okay.
right? Like for clothing.
Okay.
And it's far-fetched here. I'm bringing it to the people. I'm gonna put it on the line. I'm gonna put it out. Anybody who's watching, tell me if it's a good idea or not. I'm gonna start if more people are inclined to actually support. And even if not, if I get enough fun,
If you guys support, I'll show some cleavage. No, I'm just
I'm
playing.
fucking yelling. I'm fucking yelling. No. So my idea is like for clothing or as a logo or a mascot for the show, a guy named Bernard Juan and a woman named Bernice Juan.
Because burn one.
Burn Juan.
Yeah.
Okay? I need an El Rancharcho. I'm saying it's so wrong. It's a Mexican cowboy
Uh-huh.
and a Mexican cowgirl. I need them drawn out somehow. I don't have a vision. I need someone else to give me a vision like that. I just know what I want, and I know what kind of character I want. I can't draw for shit. I know who I want
I
to
can't either.
I know who I want to reach out to because I know artists. I know a few artists. But I have an idea in my head. I'm not sure. Like
Your shirt is hitting the mic.
my what is what?
Your shirt is hitting the mic.
Shit, I'm
Your
sorry.
shirt was you was
Oh,
trying to
damn.
graze your cleavage.
My cleavage was all on the microphone. Sorry, guys.
You was trying to graze your
I was
cleavage
putting
on the
titty
mic.
all on the microphone.
If you want to hear my cleavage on the mic, find a
Or
shirt.
support.
Find a shirt. And I'll rub the mic across my titty.
I'm fucking yelling. I think I want it to be like a Mexican cowboy, cowgirl, but like drawn in anime.
See, now the only thing that I would think that I could think of, people, you know, we live in a very sensitive time,
Yeah.
and people would be offended because it's a Mexican person. Like, nobody is Mexican or Hispanic.
Right.
I got Hispanic family of descent that does the show.
Right. But
So
I'm
that
coming
would also
to the
be a
people.
question
I'm coming to the
that I've
people
asked.
right here with this idea. There's no malice behind it. I want everyone to know. If I have to go
Just
back,
Juan is
it's just Juan. It's
Juan
a
is
play on
Mexican
words.
name.
That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's a play on fucking words.
Yeah.
Bernard and Bernice Juan.
But see, like the names that you have,
Mm-hmm.
those are black names. My grandmother's name is Bernice.
AJ Brown, his name is Arthur Juan. Julio Jones is a black man. Like, these can still be niggas.
Can. You could spell it how black people spell Juan.
How do
I went to school with,
Juan? That's not how they do it. They do it with a W.
I've seen a couple of different Juans.
How you done seen Juan?
So there was like a J-A.
J.A.?
Yeah, there was J-A.
You
Nigga
sure it was
said-
J.A.? Because I'm
Absolutely positive.
talking to you now.
Absolutely
Okay.
positive.
Okay.
Because I was reading his name and I was like,
Double checking.
because it was Jawan.
Jawan. Bernard Jawan.
So it was like J-A.
Joanna Man.
Juana Man?
Bernice Joanna. Joanna Man.
Her middle name is Joanna.
Look now. Look, we're giving too much sauce out on camera. Hopefully
Last
no
name
one's
Blunt. Joanna Blunt.
Joanna's. I gotta think of it like a Rello or a backwood flip.
Joanna.
Hit.
No. Joanna Pass.
Joanna Pat.
Joanna these nuts.
Nah, I don't think that's a good one either. I don't
Joanna
know.
Match.
Come here. Nah, that's the intro.
that's the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the. Wait, ain't nothing blank.
Okay. We're fist bumping off camera.
Joanna Match. Don't fucking steal our ideas, okay?
We'll stab you.
All right, these are NFTs.
Stabby.
Knife talk. Gang shit. That's all wrong.
You seen that video with OJ?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. That's a crazy fuck he did that. But I love his Twitter account. Hey, Twitter. Hello, Twitter world. It's yours truly.
Hello, Twitter world.
Hey, OJ.
It's so professional.
I love it.
Hello, Twitter world. It's
Hello, Twitter
OJ
world.
Simpson coming to you live from the golf course.
Right.
I have to tell you guys.
Me and my white betting friends at the golf course that still accept me because I'm rich and I'm white.
And because I got away with murder.
Even you see Kim
Allegedly.
Kardashian. Kim Kardashian joked about that on SNL.
No. I don't keep up with anything about her at all.
Well, you know I watch
She's
SNL.
Probably one of the most uninteresting people to me
I feel that.
because she's a liar. She might have had an ass before, but that
Whack 100 put out videos of her and
Looks nasty.
Ray J more than just the I hit it. Like,
well,
more than just
he said he was going to. He said he didn't.
them videos came out and I seen them.
Okay, well,
And they exist. Kim. Shout out to Kim Kardashian. She's cool. I think she's cool.
she must have been doing something you liked in the video.
She wasn't doing nothing sexual, which is crazy.
It's just videos.
It's just of what is being said in the videos. It's like it's telling. It's telling on what kind of relationship this was because of
It was just a sexual relationship.
it was. It was. Scottie Pippen, you a hating ass nigga. Future fucked your bitch. We guess.
We know.
Even ESPN has been having fun with this. Like Stephen A. Smith has been going off on that nigga. Anybody and everybody around Michael Jordan have been going off on that nigga, which I think is cool. Like what I was meaning to get to before we went on the tangent. In the documentary, one of the episodes is about Scottie Pippen. And a good amount of it is centered around Scottie to the point where it made Scottie seem like the heel. You know, like it made him seem like the bad guy. Like Scottie had a migraine game where he had a really bad migraine and he had to
Ray
sit
is
out.
calling me.
Who?
Ray.
Answer it. FaceTime?
Yeah. Hey, stupid bitch.
Whoa.
Hey, just wanted to call and say fuck you.
What's up? Hey,
You're
Ray.
on the podcast.
Oh, hi.
What's up?
Take a swig of water so you don't sound so dusty.
She don't sound dusty. She doesn't sound dusty. What's up, Ray?
What's the topic today?
We
About how
talking
you're a
about Scottie
dusty
Pippen
cunt?
hating ass right now.
Just prop me up on the couch. I'll give you all the dusty cunt.
I'm dead.
We got some. You got a can of pledge.
A can of pledge?
I said you got a can. I asked him if he had a can of pledge so we can dust your ass off. But now we talking about a whole bunch of different shit. We talking about Scottie Pippen right now. Pippen, excuse me. Pippen, bitch. You know I'm dyslexic.
Hey, Ray.
Okay, fuck you, Marge.
Fuck you, bitch. Bye.
I'm
Terrible, no good, very bad day.
damn.
You as well. Bye.
I'm yelling. So Scottie Pippen signed a deal. Well, no, he got a migraine game. He didn't play. Fuck, that's a crazy picture again.
It looked like he got a migraine in that
It
picture.
looked like he has a terrible migraine in that picture. He sat out that game. He had another game where there where Michael wasn't there. It was a part of the time where Michael wasn't on the team and he had retired, and they had gotten to the playoffs and they didn't draw up some play for Scottie. So some game-ending play they didn't draw up for Scottie, and Scottie felt some type of way, so he sat out that play, jeopardizing their chances of winning that game and their success for that season. And then Scottie signed a 7-year, I think $20 million deal.
That sounds like trash.
Sounds like shit. The owner told him.
Even back then.
The owner told him, hey, look, well, I'll give you Scottie's side of it first. Scottie comes from an impoverished family. Like, his parents are disabled, his brother's disabled. Any millions would do this family wonders. So you understand it from that sense, from having that money right there, right now, being given to you. But the owner was like, this is a bad deal. The owner that's making the deal with him, it's a bad deal. I'm not going to restructure this contract at all during the 7 years. Don't ask me. He told him that up front. He asked Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan said, that's a bad fucking deal. It's $20 million over 7 years. For some reason, Scottie Pippen blames Michael Jordan for his earnings in the NBA, when that directly showed us you made that decision for the right reasons. You still made that decision, right? You made your bed laying it. I'm sure you got endorsements off the court, but I get that's not the point.
But I feel like the reason why he's trying to blame Jordan is because I'm sure the Bulls were paying Jordan whatever the fuck.
Well, the thing is,
So
they
it wasn't that
weren't.
much
They
money.
weren't, which is crazy. So Jordan, over the span of Jordan wasn't making that much money for the first 11 years of his career. I think the last 2 years of his career, he made $30 million each year. That was the most he had ever made.
Christ. Why am I not talented in any kind of way?
Kobe ended up making $50 million his last year, and that nigga played on a busted Achilles
But
and scored
he built
60
different.
points. Him and Jordan.
Also, this nigga, you didn't play because you had a migraine. Nigga, Jordan played with the flu.
And that's what people have been talking about. Like, nigga, Jordan literally played with
That'd be like Jordan played with COVID.
Yeah, and I mean, if you watch the documentary, he didn't play with the flu. The nigga got food poisoning, but they thought it was the flu. It's suspected food poisoning at that, but it's most likely food poisoning.
But still, nigga, I've had food poisoning and it put me out.
What I look
down for the count.
What I look like playing with bubble guts.
Nigga, it's not just bubble guts, nigga. You gotta throw up, nigga. When I tell you I threw up everything, there was nothing left to come out, and my body still made me throw up. I was throwing up what they referred to as bile. If you ever are throwing up that yellow stuff,
the yellow stuff,
it's literally just your stomach fluid.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I was dying. Like, I was ready. I was just like, somebody please take me out back.
That's
and
terrible.
Put me out of my misery right now. Kill me.
I'm fucking
right
dead.
now.
They told Scottie, don't take the stupid bitch ass deal. You took it, and you don't play with a migraine. You don't play because you mad because they didn't give you the ball. They didn't draw up a play for you. They draw up a play for some white boy that was gonna make a shot. Scottie not even known for hitting shots. Scottie known for being number two. As bad as that is, he's the face for number two. He's the face for Robin. Right? If anybody thinking of Batman and Robin, they're thinking of Jordan and Pippen. Who's my Pippen? Who's my number two? Who's my backup?
The craziest thing, as for me, but I'm also not like super into basketball either. If I think of Jordan's backup, I think of Dennis Rodman. I think of Jordan and Rodman.
Really?
I don't think of Jordan and Pippen. I literally just learned who Scottie Pippen was like maybe
interesting.
8 or 9 years ago.
That's actually really interesting you say that, because apparently, I mean, people know Scottie Pippen only because of Jordan, like the outside fans, but that would be the only way you know of him. More people know Dennis Rodman just off of Dennis Rodman being Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
he's Dennis Rodman.
I knew Dennis Rodman played
for the Bulls.
And he played with Jordan.
Okay.
Like, that's who I would think on those teams, like, without ever actually paying attention to anything about basketball and stuff.
He's the one who would stand out outside of Jordan.
Yeah.
Which says a lot to the whole.
I knew Ewing, Magic. I only knew who Magic was because he had HIV.
Yeah, come on.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Like of the old people.
You know, the
Charles
ones that was in
Barkley,
movies.
Larry Bird.
The people you seen.
Yeah.
Like Scottie Pippen, you never saw him in a movie. You never saw him in a commercial. No Scottie Pippen shoes. That's not Michael Jordan's fault. That's nobody's fault.
Who's the short nigga? Wilt Chamberlain? Or
He's
something?
not short.
No, it's some guy that's short.
You mean the actual small nigga like Muggsy
Yeah.
Bogues or
No,
Nate
not.
Robinson?
I remember
or,
Muggsy Bogues. It's a different dude.
I know who you're talking
like
about. Spud Webb.
Spud Webb.
Yeah, yeah.
I know him. Scottie Pippen. Not even.
The only reason why people know him is because you're number 2, and then the only reason why the kids know you is because of
'cause of
Future.
Instagram.
It's because of Future and Instagram.
it's
I
'cause of
fucked
his
your
wife.
wife,
I fucked your bitch.
who apparently fucks a bunch of NBA players.
Sensational.
Who is fucking every NBA player out there, apparently. Well, not every. Let me stop because I'm really capping when I say that. But she fucks a few NBA players out there. And Scotty be on TV just hating. Hating on young niggas, talking about, well, I wouldn't have paid him this much. Why is anyone asking what Scottie Pippen would have paid anybody? You're Scottie Pippen. Don't nobody really talk about you like in money terms. When niggas think of Jordan, they think of billions of dollars. They think of the brand. When they think of Pippen, they think of number 2.
They're actually thinking Larsa. Like if we're talking about
Salt.
people now, they're thinking about Larsa Pippen.
Yeah. In future. You're not even the biggest
Pippen.
shit.
And you're
the Pippen. How does that happen? Doesn't even make sense.
that's hilarious.
To get off of Scotty, we'll get on to another old nigga who lied.
Liar.
Aaron Rodgers. People are beefing with Aaron because he lied to everybody about getting vaccinated. And then he just got COVID the other day and was like, yeah, Aaron isn't vaccinated, even though he told us he was vaccinated.
So my question is, did he just tell the media that? Or did he also tell his team? Did he not have to provide a vaccination card? And if he did provide a vaccination card,
He did
it was
not.
a fake card.
He didn't provide one.
Okay.
He just led on with the information. Now, the NFL knew he was not vaccinated. The actual
Okay.
NFL, the people who needed to know, knew. The media, he lied to.
So
He lied to
the
everyone else.
NFL let
And-
him lie and didn't.
Exactly.
And after he said it in the media, they didn't come back and say, this
No,
is false.
right. They let him get COVID.
Or make him, or if he said it in the media, make him provide documentation that he's vaccinated now.
Yeah, they didn't
and
do
then
any of
not
that.
reprimand him.
They didn't do any of that.
Reprimand him.
With him being a white man, they didn't ask him any questions. They just took his word for it because
Bogus.
his word is bond as a white man. So,
Bogus.
we trusted Aaron. Then Aaron comes out and says, well, I was doing my own research or something. Aaron, you're full of shit. You still play for the Packers even though you said you hate them. You're a liar. I think that's all that's coming down. Don't nobody care that you don't get vaccinated. You can play unvaccinated in the NFL. You did that to save face PR-wise and for your team. But
people are mad at him, but it's black people that are mad at him. Not
I say
the
I'm,
white media.
yeah, the white media don't really care.
They're like,
I'm mad.
"Oh, he deserves a second chance.
And it's like
Yes,
you're
COVID
breaking
sick.
protocol probably. You're probably doing that means the Packers, because now the Packers are getting investigated by the NFL. Because, well, why is this happening if he clearly stated, even though the NFL knows an investigation is going to go on, Aaron Rodgers has to quarantine, even though he says he feels fine. He's done interviews. He's done virtual interviews. He says he feels fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure you feel fine. You're a professional athlete. I'm sure you don't feel much from this.
You felt worse.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
sure-
CTE.
Yeah, you have CTE. You get headaches every morning, I'm sure. So I'm sure you don't feel any different. You lied though, and it was ugly. And they're gonna let you play. Nothing's gonna happen from this. But people who know, and people who remember things will remember this, and they will chalk it up, especially this year, to just more dishonesty. Your off the field actions, somehow tower your on the field actions and y'all are surprisingly winning this season. Like you're playing really well and still your off the field shit towers whatever you've done this season. And that's not good. This is your last year in Green Bay, probably your last year, period. If you go anywhere, you'll probably go to fucking San Francisco. Like, we all know how it's going to end with him, but this was ugly. It wasn't, but they're sweeping it under the rug like it didn't happen and it doesn't mean anything. But let Odell do this and it's fucking
So speaking,
media.
it's related, but kind of not. So did you watch Colin Kaepernick's stuff on it?
I didn't, but I saw that he had something.
I wasn't going to watch it because I'm just tired.
Of
Like,
all
I
of
get
it.
it.
I
I get
understand.
it.
We
I'm
black.
tired of
We
it.
ain't never gonna get over it.
Yeah,
Thanks for
and-
keep reminding us. Thanks.
But and it's not even that. It's just like keep reminding us. It's like we can do stuff, but as soon as we start getting ahead, like getting a foot ahead, they just gonna do some shit to push us right back to where we're at. So
Yeah.
at this point, it's just like I'm exhausted. They win.
I
They
feel
got
that.
it. But I did. So I went ahead and watched it while I was doing my hair.
Yes, ma'am.
And so like one of the things he was talking about is how whenever coaches pick out like not running backs, quarterbacks and shit or whatever, they want to pick somebody that looks like them or whatever. Like that's just, it was like some correlation shit. And I was like, that does make sense because it hasn't been a lot of black quarterbacks. Like Colin Kaepernick was one of the first black quarterbacks.
I wouldn't say he was one of the first because I mean before our generation there was hella, but like
But that quickly changed when the NFL first started.
yeah, I would say in like
'Cause they-
yeah.
White people, once
Yeah.
white boys started getting decent in sports,
Yeah, niggas took sports over. Like
Yeah.
for the most part, especially with positions, the white man dominates the quarterback position. Every other position,
because that's the only one where
yeah.
they can actually somewhat dominate, and not. Really,
I'm not even gonna say they
not
can.
really. That's where they can be given a position.
Yeah, that's what they're given because that's the face of the team and that's how they like it. And
Yeah.
the NFL is
because they
traditional.
want them to represent. Them.
Yeah, like they like winning, but they like winning with a white face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But like that was one of the things that he was talking about on there, and then I think he talked about how like if a black person in the league or whatever does something versus a white person, like they're gonna
different.
be like they get treated different.
Um,
And it's crazy because like 90% of the NFL is black players.
yeah, I'd say 85 because you got white people in the NFL.
I'd say about 90.
You got the quarterbacks and you got the kickers and you got your tight ends and you got some of your offensive linemen. Like you got the big white boys that play that don't nobody
that just
really
fall
know.
on people.
You know what I'm saying? The ones that just topple on everybody. But as far as your position and skilled players, the ones that we all know, it's probably going to be a quarterback. I mean, you got your few and your far in between the Cooper Kupps and other guys. I'm missing every other good white player. Kelsey, that's the one black people know. Travis Kelsey.
The one who was dating a black girl.
But looks like a fucking Klansman when he shaves his face.
Yeah, but
look,
he.
man.
So like when he was dating the black girl, everybody was like, "This is what happened when a white boy dates a black girl." As soon as they broke up, he went right back.
He went right back to Travis.
Yeah, like
Yeah. It was the same deal.
the kind of white people that I like and that I appreciate are the ones that do not change their behavior
Because of who they're around.
to be like, oh, I'm more black, or I'm doing this because this is what the black people do. Like they just
Like, I
be
fuck
their
with this
fucking
music,
self.
man.
Like they be with their self. They be their self, but this is how they've always been. Like this, they not gonna change.
Yeah.
This is.
I'll take an
them.
authentic person over a fake fuck
Yeah.
every day. And
Like-
white people that are fake, I mean, you can tell a mile away.
Like I don't have no more because I don't really talk to that many white people now. But I could have a white friend that absolutely despises rap music,
Yeah. I wouldn't care.
but loves black people.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
your
that's
taste in
fine.
music
That's
has
your-
nothing to do
That's
with
your thing. Like,
Yeah.
but I know so many white people who will be like, "Oh, did you hear that new
The new Cardi?
Fucker.
No, I don't listen to fuck. I'm black.
Don't listen to
I
that
don't
bullshit.
fucking listen to Uzi. What the fuck? I'm black. That music isn't for us.
That's for y'all.
You listen to that new Kid Cudi? Bro. No. And you know what? My beef on Kid Cudi, let me get this back on Kanye since I'm talking about Kid Cudi. I feel like he said something about Cudi in the shit. I never liked Cudi. Never got on the train. I mean, I liked
Day and Night.
Yeah, I liked the few
That's the
things.
only song that I like.
I've never been a Cudi stan. Couldn't go to a concert and name you 5 joints from Cudi that isn't Day and Night and a feature. I will say though, these days I guess I've come to appreciate Kid Cudi because he is the only person that does that in his music. That's black.
Does what?
Hum. Like that's exactly who Travis Scott gets that from. Like, but why is that? Why don't nobody else do that?
They not melodic.
That's a different. Humming is like
I'm
the
sure
key.
Kid Cudi is probably musically inclined. Like he can probably play instruments, produce, do all that shit. Like a lot of he's an artist. Like he could actually probably compose all the stuff, and he probably hummed. This is what I want it to sound like. This is.
You make it
is what
sound
is.
good. I'll give it to him. He make it sound good, and Kanye fucked him over because during the Donda concerts that he was streaming, that song, I don't know if you know any of the songs off of Donda. There's a song called Remote Control. I haven't listened to Donda since it came out, so if he redid it, fuck you. He came out, the original version of the album that came out to everybody, he took Kid Cudi off of the song Remote Control. Look, man, everything on that album is only good because of everyone else, not Kanye. And the way he fucked that album by taking Kid Cudi off of that song, and he took off, you can really tell where Kanye stands with the people he used to associate with.
He don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with
None of those people were on this album. No John Legend, no Common, no Big Sean.
He said he didn't fuck with John Legend.
He said he don't fuck with John Legend or Big Sean.
Because of their political stance. Like,
bro, what?
Look, Rodney, you could be the biggest Trump fan. And I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, that's not one. Now, unless you start just, like,
they didn't even bash him.
Calling me a nigga with, like, ERs.
They didn't even bash him.
I don't even know what they said, but they probably said
John Legend was like, we're not going to do that. Don't vote for Kanye. John Legend basically said, don't waste your vote on Kanye.
Yeah. Because it's not a legit thing.
It's not a legit vote. Why are you mad and you're not even for real doing it? You're not even doing this for real. So what? If we tell them not to really vote for you because this is a real decision people decide to make, and you're playing.
Imagine if that motherfucker became president.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And he's a sick fuck, and that's exactly what he wants. Because he thinks,
said, I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he doesn't make good music. He makes shit music. Fuck him and Aaron Rodgers. They're
both liars.
They're both liars. The last thing I have to talk about is for the hometown. Motherfucking Derrick Henry, man. He's hurt. His he has a Jones fracture. You don't give a fuck, okay? He has a Jones fracture. And he's going to be out for 6 to 10 weeks. Prayers up to Derrick Henry. To be honest, as a Titans fan, and I think I can speak for the rest of the Titans fan base, I don't think we're as worried as we thought we would be. Now, this is terrible. This is literally worst case scenario. But it's here now. Worst case scenario is Derrick Henry gets hurt. That's the Titans' worst case scenario, right?
I don't know. I guess. I don't fuck with the Titans.
Well, I'm saying Derrick Henry's their whole life.
I barely even fuck with my team.
Derrick Henry's the whole offense. So he is worst case scenario. Worst case scenario happened, and I think they still have confidence. I think the fan base still has confidence in the team. Although I don't have that much confidence in Ryan Tannehill. I'll watch and I'll root for his success. Obviously, I have no choice but to. They brought in Adrian Peterson's old ass to pick up some of the slack, and we'll see what AP got.
Ain't that the one who?
He whipped his son.
Oh, that's the one who whipped his son. Who's the one who knocked the girl out in the elevator and then carried her out?
Ray Rice. He was not gonna get on the Titans. Well, it came out that Adrian Peterson had whooped his son. I think it was his mother or something, but it didn't look good. And he
Like it's normal to whoop your kids.
look. They don't talk about it. No. It didn't happen.
We ain't gonna talk about it. No more.
Henry Ruggs, right? That's how we're gonna do with Henry in a few years.
That's the new one.
Yeah. Look, man. Look, that's what I'm saying, man. AP is on the Titans. He's 36. Henry, you're 22. You're 22.
Yeah.
Granted, you fucking blew somebody up. Drunk. So it's different. And it was a dog. Look, white people like dogs, bro. You killed a white girl and a white dog. You blew up a white kid, a white dog and a white girl. And look, they might throw you under the jail, but guys have gotten second chances. Look at Adrian Peterson.
I don't know. I feel like if he goes ahead and plead guilty, if he has good lawyers, they could probably work out a deal for him, and then he may not get as long of a sentence, and he may be able.
I think he'll get off with a couple years. He's going to jail. Like, he's getting locked up.
He's going to jail. His best bet is to plead guilty off rip. Don't plead not guilty. Don't
drag this out. No.
Don't drag it out.
You did that
plead
shit.
Guilty. Hope your lawyer can make a good deal for you so you don't have see if they can get the charges dropped down. And he go ahead and plead guilty for him, and he don't have as long of a sentence. Because when I was coming over here, I was reading or maybe listening that
You were consuming information.
Yeah, I was consuming information. There we go. That he was charged with 2 more additional charges, bringing up a total of 5 charges, and all 5 of those charges have like different like times on it. But usually whenever you get charged with several charges, unless it's like you just did some real fuck shit, they'll let you do it. They'll let you do all this, run the sentences congruent, so all of them will run
The
together.
max sentence would be the max.
Yeah, that's the whole amount of time.
But he did some fuck shit. So,
and I don't know how lenient they're gonna be on him. They not.
I don't think
Honestly,
so.
is he in jail still, or is he out on bond?
He's out on bail. He paid his bond or whatever.
Yeah. And I would be right now, like if I am his AR person or whatever
His
fuck
PR
it's called,
and his attorneys and all of them.
nigga, you are on social media right now apologizing to the family for everything you did.
You're paying for the cost of that. You're doing everything.
Everything. You are enrolling yourself into rehab
Immediately.
Immediately.
Even if you got to go to jail, you're going to rehab right now.
Yeah, you're going to rehab now, and then after like in the middle of you doing rehab, you have to go to jail.
Go to jail.
Like that's fine. You're going to jail.
But you have to go to rehab now.
Immediately go to rehab. Like you have to immediately fix this and show that there's some type of remorse and guilt, not just sit in your house and be depressed and all that.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That is probably what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
And that's how most people will react, but you have to be proactive if you even hope to have
Hey, man, ask
slight
Bruce, change your sex.
chance.
Ask how Brandy got out of it. Look, man, people have gotten out of it. Henry, call some people. Call Caitlyn. Call Brandy. Call Mike Vick, because you killed a dog.
But Mike Vick went to jail.
Mike Vick went to jail, and you going to jail. So call Mike Vick.
Yeah.
Call Josh Gordon. He can't seem to get back in the league. Call Ray Lewis. He killed a guy. Then won a Super Bowl.
Hey, I made the funniest joke about Ray Lewis.
Yep.
You know how he always come out at
Yeah,
the
does
beginning?
that dance.
Yeah, I was like, that's exactly what he did
That's
after
how he killed that
the
guy.
guy.
Man.
He was like, ah!
That's how he stepped on that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely did that.
That's how he stepped on. Yeah, he did that
He
shit.
probably got CTE too.
And look, and OJ, your life's not over, bro. But you are not any of these people either. Your career just started. You got drafted last year. Yeah. You're probably going to get forgotten about. Let's just be real. And I hate to say all of this, but I'm going to keep it the most being with you. That anybody is going to keep it with you. You're going to get forgotten about worst case scenario. You're going to be that case that gets talked about to every rookie. How and who not to be is you now. You're the example, and an example will be set with you. Even though all the fuck shit in the world goes on in the NFL, niggas beat their wives. Niggas beat their wives.
They rape people.
They rape people and beat
They
their
drug
wives
people.
and they drug people and
They
beat,
shoot people.
and they
They
shoot-
shoot themselves.
and you had a loaded gun in the car. And you were going
Well,
150
hold
and
on,
your
wait.
blood alcohol level was
But
through
hold
the
on,
roof.
him having a gun in the car only means something if he was, well, because I don't know what the rules are in Vegas. Like, if I were to get into a wreck for going that fast and all that stuff or whatever, I'm legally carrying that gun.
In
So you can't
Nevada,
do no
that's not
charges
the
with that.
thing. You get charged. She died and you had the car. Well, you were intoxicated. You can't have the car in your possession.
You
You
can't,
can't have that in that. You can't have that in the
Yeah.
car when you're intoxicated.
Okay.
Not in Nevada, right? So you fucked on that end. Worst case scenario, because I don't know how much of this money you got yet. You're on a rookie deal. You didn't get millions. I mean, you a first rounder. I don't know how much you got paid. I'm not in your pockets, but
You spent all that on that car.
couldn't have. It was a Corvette.
It was a Corvette. Was it the new one?
Yeah, it was a nice one. It was a nice one, but it was a Chevy. It wasn't. I mean, it was really nice, but it wasn't. It was American made, bro.
It wasn't like a McLaren or nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. You can do 156 in it, but it wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get forgotten about. You're gonna be the example. But you have to learn from this. You have to at least say you learned from this. You may not be able to take a drink for a long time.
If I was him, I wouldn't take a drink ever. again.
Period. I wouldn't. And they got your blood alcohol after the fact. There's no telling what you really were on. You were probably shit faced. You can come down, especially. I know that would
And also-
I know that would blow my drunk away.
I mean, this is all his fault. Let me say that.
100%.
But also, if his girlfriend was in the car with him, bitch, it's your fault too.
Equally.
You should have been like, hey, look, you're way too drunk. I don't think you should be driving. Let me drive. I don't care if like the nigga get all rowdy and stuff. Like if you're dating somebody and you cannot get them calm down or get them to listen to reason, nigga, you don't need to be with them. That's
I
not the right
understand, man.
person.
I feel that.
Also, if you're dating somebody and they will go that fast with you in the car,
They don't care
I need
about
you to know they do not.
They do not
give a
care
fuck
about you.
about your life.
And not only do they
At
not
all.
care about you, I want you to know
They don't care about
subconsciously they do
themselves.
not care about themselves.
No.
Or they think they're invincible. And even in that sense, you do not care about yourself if you believe
don't.
that you are invincible. You don't.
Yeah.
And he 22.
And his
Superstar.
life is over now.
Yeah, your life is probably over.
Not invincible.
You'll get out when you're 45. You ain't getting back in the league. You ain't getting back in the league at 45. You're not getting a coaching job.
You're not gonna be able to get he ain't gonna get enough nutrients from his diet to even be able.
They're going to write you out of the whatever Alabama history books you were in.
It's an Alabama history book.
He went to Alabama. He did numbers at Alabama.
Oh.
They're going to write you out. You didn't go there no more. You fucked up. You blew someone up with your vehicle. So we may talk about you again when they sentence you and you actually get put, they actually, deal with you. But outside of this situation, we're not going to be talking about you. And then after you get locked up, ain't nobody going to be talking about you again. And you will be the remember what happened to Henry Ruggs. But we're not talking about him. We're talking about Derek. Derek is doing well.
Yeah.
Derek just needs to heal himself.
And Derek, I know you're never gonna be listening to this podcast.
He loves this
but-
podcast, actually. This is his favorite podcast in Nashville. He listens to this more than Bussin' with the Boys or Raw Room. Mm-hmm. He likes us way more than them.
Yep. And
So does Adrian.
And you should do some type of therapy in addition to the physical therapy while you are going through the process of healing and getting back on your feet and everything, because it is scientifically proven that most athletes that do both mental therapy and physical therapy have a much better outcome. They usually heal up faster and they usually are less likely to have the same reoccurring injury happen again. So I would definitely suggest it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I believe in him, man.
I did my thesis was on
Look at
sports
you.
psychology.
Look at you. See, look, he's gonna listen to that. We're gonna tell him about this. Derek is gonna find this. I think he'll be all right though. I think he got hurt. We deal with it. We're gonna lose tomorrow probably. Everybody's braced for it. And if we don't, congratulations. I still believe in that team. I believe in Julio. Even though Julio hasn't been playing as much, I believe in him. AJ, Ryan, Adrian, Taylor, Ben, Kevin Byard, all the hurt guys, Christian and Caleb Farley. Everybody on that team, Jack Rabbit, sorry. Rashad Evans, Harold Landry, Jeffrey Simmons, all those guys, man. Danico Autry, they're playing their butts off. They're winning games. I think you can still win a few games. Derrick Henry hadn't been playing that great a couple of games and we got dubbed. So, we got Adrian Peterson. Maybe he'll, show us something that we don't expect. I expect Adrian to still have something in the tank. I think he'll be all right.
Did he play for somebody last year?
He played for the Lions. He wasn't the best, but he got them the numbers, and it's
Also,
the fucking Lions.
it's the
Like
Lions,
you can't gauge that. Now you're getting to be put.
But now you're with the Titans.
Yeah, now you have to replace the biggest the biggest running back in the league.
Literally.
Like no running back does what he does, has the load, or is as big as that nigga. So even though in his day he was the Derrick Henry of his day, he was unstoppable. That nigga won MVP off of ACL tear. So if you can do that, I'm going to assume you are somewhat of a natural athlete and you can run still. So just run and do that for us. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, and I think they need to put Colin Kaepernick back in the league.
And Cam Newton.
Yeah, and Cam
And OBJ. Hey, Titans, sign them all.
Yeah.
That would put ass in seats.
I feel like if Colin Kaepernick came to the Titans,
that would put ass in seats, man.
Not even putting ass in seats. I feel like they would probably do better than with Tannehill.
I think overall morale would boost in that locker room, and they would play better for Colin than they would for Tannehill.
Yeah.
Niggas would rather play for that nigga than for that white boy, bro. Ryan Tannehill's white privilege like walking. He was wide receiver in college. Why the fuck this boy throwing balls? If I'm AJ, I'm pissed. If I'm Julio, I'm pissed, bro. This is not a real quarterback. It's not. Give me a real nigga that really throw the ball and has been doing this his whole life. Not a guy y'all just let throw.
After seeing Colin Kaepernick's story,
he deserves a shot.
Absolutely.
He's still in shape.
Bro, this motherfucker was like the top fucking recruit for fucking baseball.
That happens a lot.
I know, but he wasn't really a top recruit for football at all. But for him, he like worked his ass off to get a spot on. I think it was it was Las Vegas, one of their schools out there. He was on their team. And for him to be somebody's last choice.
Yeah.
And go from being somebody's last choice in college to being on an NFL team playing at the highest level that you can play on.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
He could have been coming out of high school making bank. Cause I think it was like the Yankees wanted him, the Cubs wanted him. Mm-hmm. It was like pretty much every baseball team wanted him. Every college in basically in the United States gave him an offer for baseball.
But he went football instead.
But he wanted to be a quarterback. That was his dream. Fuck my dream, goddamn.
You gonna do baseball?
Which one? Hey,
see, I've always argued that too, because that happens a lot with niggas in the NFL. Like they are multi-sport athletes and they get drafted in the MLB and in the NFL. Like AJ Brown got drafted in the MLB too. So he could have been a wide receiver or second or a shortstop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But the main reason why Colin Kaepernick said he didn't do baseball is because he said he felt like he did not fit in. Because baseball is a very white sport.
It is. It is.
And
just to succeed
their fans.
I'm gonna be honest. It's worse than the NFL if we're talking about how they want it to look.
Yeah.
If you're not Dominican. If you black, it's gonna take a minute. If you're not Mookie, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take you a minute.
And Mookie look a little bit Dominican, to be honest.
Mookie light skin. But hey, we love Mookie.
We do. But like the racist shit
Yeah.
baseball fans will yell out
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
with no repercussion
And no regard.
at all. Don't
None.
give a fuck. They
None.
see it's black people in the stand with them. They don't give a fuck.
They clear their throat before they say it.
Make sure clear as fuck. Clear as fuck.
Come on now.
Yelling at calling people boy and shit
Yeah.
it's just they say the most racist shit possible because they be like baseball is an American sport.
Like, bro, no.
Football is too.
First of all, no, it's not. Baseball is so fucking
It's
Dominican.
cricket.
It's so fucking Dominican. It's not funny no more. Okay.
Like
Okay. This the MLB is the minor leagues. Let's keep it a bean. Them niggas overseas playing baseball are
nigga, them over there playing in Japan,
yes. Okay. Like stop.
Bro,
Stop.
they-
America, stop.
killing it.
Stop. You niggas could not go over there and kill shit. You could not. It's a different baseball out there.
I'm gonna sound racist,
Fuck
but
it.
I
Just
don't give
burn
a
one.
fuck. But I feel like white people are the least athletic of any race.
I'm not gonna go there. Least athletic, I'd probably if we're gonna go full edge, like on races, I'm gonna say the Asian community, just because in American sports, I'm gonna say American sports because obviously it's nothing but Asian.
I feel like
athletes overseas.
Asians are good at baseball.
Yeah, they are. But here, are we talking about here or are we talking about around the world?
I mean, I'm talking about like globally, like on a
Oh.
global scale.
White people are the most unathletic.
Yeah,
I don't think you're wrong.
I feel like they're the least. Like if you take the MLB and send them over, I don't know if other countries have their version of the MLB, and you take all the MLB teams and you put them into that league.
You don't think they
overseas,
fare well?
I think some of them will.
You think so?
But it's not going to be the white players that's doing the best on the teams. It's going to be
The Dominican
the
and
Dominicans,
the
the
Islanders.
black people, the Islanders. Like they're going to be the ones that I feel like will be able to keep up with the other cultures and stuff. And I think the main reason for that is because people of other races that are not white don't get shit handed to them. Just simply based off the fact that you're white and you're somewhat mediocre. And you
don't have to be as
You're
good at
the
it.
best out of all of the white people. You don't have to be better than the black person, the Dominican person on that. You white. You one of us. What up, bro?
I feel
You
that.
going in?
You don't have to work. You don't
have to
necessarily
work
have
as
that
hard.
motivation to work as hard.
You know, white people do not have to work as hard as anybody of any other race that is not white.
Okay.
Because they get shit handed to
You're
them.
right.
Because that's the way the world is set up.
Like with the little shitty athletic sports, and I'm not gonna say shitty because it'd be niggas that run them, but cross country and shit like that, dominated. Cycling dominate. Soccer overseas, like American white and overseas white ain't the same white, bro. You can't claim that. Like white people be trying to claim Luka Doncic. He ain't white, bro. He's not you.
I'm talking about white Americans.
Yeah,
is what
white
I'm talking
Americans,
about.
y'all not that. Y'all are probably the most unathletic group
'Cause
of people.
The only way that I call like the people that are foreign white people, like
Spicy whites.
European,
Yeah.
the only way I'm gonna call you white is if you've been living over here in America for a long time.
Yeah. That's
Your
the only
diet
way.
has changed. You have the American white person.
You're an
diet
American.
now. You're an American. Like
Fuck your name.
you're lumped in.
But if you are, if
you're
I can tell
foreign.
you're foreign and you are really actually foreign,
Yeah, I
You're
don't
not
consider
like
you white.
them.
You're where
unless you like Russian, I don't think you like
yeah.
them.
Yeah, now Russians.
They don't like.
I think Russians are quite possibly.
I think they're all
I think Russians are more racist
than
American
whites because they hate American whites too.
like.
So like, fuck your race. We don't like America. Then fuck your race because
Yeah,
it ain't
like-
even niggas in Russia.
yeah, like
It ain't even no niggas in Russia.
I don't feel safe around a Russian. Period.
I used to know. I used to have
I'm sure
a
there are
Russian.
some cool Russians, but
I
like
had a Russian professor in college, but she was cool. But I mean, outside of her, I didn't know any other Russians.
like Russians take patriotic to another. Americans think they patriotic.
Mother Russia, fuck is you talking about?
Nigga, Russians.
Soviet Russia, fuck is you talking about?
Russians are
Fuck is
fucking
this saying?
patriotic.
Fuck is you
They do
saying?
not fucking play.
No.
They don't like nobody. If you ain't Russian, fuck you.
If you're not Vladimir, I don't fuck with you.
Right.
If young Vlad don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. That's
Yes.
basically what it is.
They cold blooded.
Don't give a
Nigga, they
fuck.
fighting bears.
Don't give a fuck. Talked about Adrian Peterson and Derek. We talked about Kanye. Talked about Travis Scott fucking people dying at his concert. Talked about Scotty's hating ass. Talked about Odell and Baker. Baker's fucking him, and let's be honest, Baker sucks. We talked about Summer in London.
You know what we didn't talk about, speaking
What
of
we
bombs?
didn't talk about?
Joe Budden.
Oh man, we'll keep it on Summer Walker since we're talking about Joe Budden.
I don't think that's real. I didn't see the whole clip. I don't watch his podcast. no
I
more.
listened to the podcast.
Okay, so give me context. Joe Budden give me context.
So I don't know how to take his statements. And I cannot say, oh, he was being facetious or he was actually being serious. Because you never know with Joe Budden.
You don't know.
Like,
he
you
toes
can't-
that line so often.
Yeah. And I would just hope that he would not jokingly say that he's bisexual or sarcastically say he's bisexual or anything like that.
It's not good for him either way. I mean, if you
but-
are, then it's okay. But if you're not, it's not good for you.
Yeah, like if he's bisexual, cool. But my problem with it is not what he said. Until he contradicts what he said, I don't have no problem with what he said.
What did he
Because
say?
if you came out as bisexual and you tell me, like, if you were to tell me you're bisexual, I have no choice but to believe you.
Right.
Because it's
I said it.
like
yeah.
you said it, not
Yeah.
me.
With a straight face.
Yeah, but my problem is, so, you know, anytime some wild shit happen, I gotta go get on Clubhouse. Cause you know they go have a room.
It's gonna pop on the Clubhouse.
So there
It's
was a
gonna go up on the
room
Clubhouse.
where there was mainly LGBTQ
Okay.
plus members on the stage. There was some people who were bisexual, some lesbians, some gay guys, some and I think it might have been a transgender person on the stage. So when they were talking about it, like they were giving him all of this like hate and animosity, and it was like, this nigga's lying, fuck Joe Budden, all this blah 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 blah. And then some people were like, but what if he's not lying and all that stuff or whatever. So there was a debate about that. And it was like, but if it is, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But if he's not, okay, they like a lot of them were still like, we're not welcoming him into the community. So like
It's
that
so weird.
that don't make sense to me. Like,
How do you even know if you're in the community? They have a CEO.
no, so they don't have a CEO. It's
The CEO didn't let the baby off.
It's whoever the guy was that read it, he read it off as the LGBTQ CEO, and he completely left off the part where it's an organization
Yeah.
for LGBTQ, and it's not called LGBTQ. It's called something else.
I thought
But
it was the official
guy-
LGBTQ community CEO.
No, but the guy who was reading it, he was being a dick and he was being an asshole with the way he was saying. Like the way he worded it.
Made it seem
He
like the
did that.
entire community is now. But what's
have a
crazy is a
CEO.
lot of people ran with it.
Yeah, of course. It was TMZ who did it. First and foremost. But so like with them saying that like they don't care if he actually bisexual, blah blah blah. I was like, they're real hypocritical. They need to get all on one page. I need them to decide what they gonna
It
do.
seems like a very divided community.
It is. So then there were bisexual men saying that they were kind of offended by people saying that because it's just like, because bisexual people feel they're like the outcast of the
every
LGBT community and the outcast of the heterosexual community. Like they're a part of them, but they really like, you're not really all the way in it. So like they kind of get treated differently within their community anyways.
I can see that.
But here's my biggest problem. That bitch, the goofy bitch who always got some shit to say.
It's a long list.
The one from New York
That's a long
who got the ass implants that look horrible. Azalea Banks.
So she had been saying that nigga was gay.
Yeah, she had been saying he was gay. So one, I got a problem with that because people that's part of the LGBTQ community or whatever say that they think it's wrong for you to out people.
Okay.
But when Azealia Banks went on there, she was like, see, I've been told y'all. It's like, I'm going to start calling him Prostate Joe. That's your new name. I'm going to start calling that name. No, you Cornholio and all that stuff or whatever. I feel like, and a lot of people in the room were like, oh, they thought it was funny. And they were like, it's just a joke and all that or whatever. She's just joking around. But if Dave Chappelle made a joke like that,
You can't make jokes like that.
he would be over. Why is it? It doesn't matter if it's somebody that's a part of, because the problem, like, you can make jokes. You can be
they
a
accept Azealia Banks.
LGBTQ.
They like
She's personally a part of the community, so you can be a part of the community and make jokes. But that was not a funny joke. That wasn't a funny joke. That was like intentionally
hurtful
to degrade his sexuality and make it seem like the first thing she went and made a statement about him being penetrated and getting his prostate massaged and all that stuff or whatever. And we know just in general, like, for a man to be penetrated or whatever, and you just assume that they're a bottom or whatever, like, people they use that to, like, say that it's weaponized, make them seem like they're not as masculine and stuff or whatever. So, like, she said that to do that, and then she said cornholio, like that's not a fucking joke.
It's not funny.
So if you're making a joke, you're mocking his sexuality and making a joke about it. And then you're saying, I've been told y'all that he was gay and all of that stuff or whatever. Why would you do that? Like, if he's actually bisexual, Joe Budden doesn't seem like the kind of person that's, like, sensitive, but he might be. Like, we don't get to see him, like, 24/7.
Yeah.
And he could be having some shit going on for real. And you sitting here making jokes and laughing and mocking about it and making fun of his sexuality and all of that or whatever. And then it's people a part of the community that's like, oh, this is okay. But the people who were bisexual and the heterosexual people in the room were like, it's not okay. And why of those of you who are saying it's okay, why are y'all saying it's okay? Because if anybody, they kept correlating the statements to Boosie, but that's not, you can't really correlate it to
They try to
Boosie.
one up it. You can't. Gay and black need to stop being put
together.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Pitting against
Stop asking
each other.
if you're black before you're gay. Stop going in and comparing gay things
You're
to
definitely
black
black
plight.
before you're gay. When I see you,
Yeah.
I don't say, oh, that nigga's gay. I say, oh, that nigga's black.
Exactly. So like nobody does that with anything else. With black people still don't even get the right end of the stick. How long had Black Lives Matter been a saying, and what bill have they passed for niggas? They took away money from HBCUs. You say one bad thing about an Asian person, stop Asian hate immediately, and we're gonna pass a bill for it. Gay, you get gay marriage after a very long time, yeah. But that's a very significant thing in your community to be able to marry one another. Within our community, it would be very nice to own something, and we still haven't been able to do that. So it's an apples and oranges conversation when you're doing that. Well, what about what Lil Boosie said to Lil Nas X? That shit was wrong. Straight people don't think that's right, and we did not root that on.
You know,
okay? Nobody championed Lil Boosie for doing that.
He was out of pocket.
We all said that was wrong. People who listen to, like,
he got beef with Lil Boosie. I mean, not Lil Boosie. He got beef with Lil Nas X.
Sure.
We don't know why. But
we don't know why. Hey, you got smoke with them, cool.
That shit was wrong. It's wrong for you to tell anybody to kill themselves.
Yeah, and say that don't nobody want you here. That's wrong. Everybody said that was wrong. So to compare that to Lil Nas X, nah, it's not the same thing. You just want to be able to. It's apples and oranges, and it's not the same thing.
But another thing, so besides the Azealia Banks thing, there was a guy in the room who was like, they were discussing Dave Chappelle, and it was like Dave Chappelle's comedy stuff or whatever was his trans friend was a white trans person. Mm-hmm. And it's like the white trans people can't speak for the black trans people and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then he proceeded to say he was glad that they killed themselves and that they should shut the fuck up and not try and tell black people in the community how to feel or whatever. He was like, that's why people were were flooding in her DMs and stuff. And I was just like,
I'm about to stop being a good person.
At any point, like, it is not okay for anybody to be like, oh yeah, I'm glad they killed themselves.
Yeah, no.
Like, I wouldn't even, if R. Kelly killed himself, I wouldn't be like, I'm glad he killed himself. Like, that's unfortunate. But
I'm not wishing that on anybody.
I wouldn't wish that. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I hope you kill yourself.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm glad you
hope
killed yourself.
Hope you get depressed enough to fucking end your life.
Like, no.
Yikes.
I would, like, with R. Kelly, I 100% believe he probably don't give a fuck.
About his life?
No, about what he did. Because R. Kelly is not
he's sick right in the head. Fucked up in the head.
He has something mentally going on with him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, he probably knows that he's wrong now. And I don't think he necessarily feels any remorse. It's just like, oh, damn, I got caught. I don't really think it's any remorse or anything, but also I don't think that he should kill himself for that. I feel like he's getting the punishment that he deserves. Yeah. But also, I blame everybody that let that nigga free when he peed on that bitch in the camera. It's just as much as their fault as well, and they shouldn't be. I don't feel like he should be getting bashed as hard as he's getting bashed now, because he wouldn't have been able to do that if they had done the right thing the first time. Yeah. That's them. That's their fault.
Yeah, better late than never. But you right.
Yeah,
right.
Better late than never. But
you right.
But when it comes to
when he was in court and everybody saw it at first, it should have been handled then.
Like, let's say, the problem is it's because there are human victims. Mm-hmm. Like if he got caught money laundering and then they let him go free and he just kept doing it and kept laundering a bunch of money, okay. And then he gets caught later. Okay, then that's a better late than never. No, it would have been fucking better if they put him in jail the first fucking time, because y'all don't even know how many fucking victims there are out there. Yeah. And like, whenever people, like, the problem is it's a cycle. Like, something happened to him when he was younger, so he started doing this to other people. Mm-hmm. It's not like he just automatically thought to fucking do this. Like, people need, like, if you can stop whatever's fucking happening in its trail, he's probably fucked so many kids, and those kids they probably have that trauma, and they probably don't even understand how it was wrong and all that, and then probably are doing it themselves because it's just like, oh, this was done to me, so it's okay. Mm-hmm. Like,
and nothing happened to them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm fine. Yeah. They think they're fine, but they're not. And then, because, like, it be niggas that be on social media talking about how Boosie got his son when he was a kid.
He got a prostitute to suck his son dick.
Whole ass, like, people talking about, that's what happened to me and I'm fine. No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
please,
that's not supposed to happen.
Immediately go seek therapy, and please stop doing any type of sexual activity.
Yeah, I was just going to say, your demons probably come out in sex. Let's keep it a bean.
Leave it alone. You just need to leave it alone until you can build a health. Because I know most of those people do not have healthy relationships with anybody in their life. Yeah. Because they like, whenever some trauma happens like that, even if you don't know, like, you don't have the necessary skills to be able to formulate the type of bonds that you need to form in a relationship in order to have healthy relationships. Like, for sure, the nigga who was on social media talking about something that happened to me and I'm fine or whatever, definitely needs to get therapy immediately. And anybody that has ever happened to, get therapy immediately, please.
Well, back to what you had said about the Clubhouse conversation that you were listening to. One thing that I found with that community is, in a lot of ways, as much as I say stop comparing the gay and black people, the communities have similarities. And wanting, now I can't speak for the gay community, but from the outside looking in, it seems like they still long for acceptance somehow. I just think it's really different as a black person. It's just, it's harder for black people to sympathize with your plight. Not to say that we don't recognize it.
We do recognize
we
it.
recognize
We
it,
understand,
my
but
nigga.
also,
Like we understand it. We see it. It's in our community, as it is everywhere. But it's not the same. Just because, at the end of the day, your people weren't enslaved. There were probably
I'm
gay
sure
people.
there were
There were gay
slaves.
people slaves. There were gay slaves, I'm sure. But they weren't enslaved because they were gay. They were enslaved because they were black. So, just off of how this country is built, it's not the same game.
It's not built off the back of gay people.
It's not built off the back of just gay people, right? It's built off
specifically the LGBT community.
Right. Like y'all's plight, and I might be going too far. Y'all's plight kind of comes from having to keep that under wraps and being told that it's unnatural and unholy.
Y'all beef is really with the church.
It's with the church, but I see how the country adopts church rules. So you're I get it. Like, I'm a nigga. I get it. It's loopholes and everything. I'm a nigga. I get it. But it ain't the same thing. If you were not born gay, you weren't able to tell until you said it, or until you did something gay, I guess. I've been black since the day I was born. I can't say I'm not and then walk around and people think I'm not. I gotta be black 24/7. So that's the difference. Your plight isn't the same, but you do have a plight. But stop comparing.
They have to be gay 24/7, but
you gotta be gay 24/7, yeah.
It's not unless you're like
I can tell you're gay. Yeah.
If I say, if you're what is quote unquote the stereotypical gay, like studs who dress.
Okay, yeah, like then that is different. You're right. That's different.
You can see that.
Yeah,
but a lot of times you can't. Gay people don't look a certain way.
I've heard of more racial profiling than gay profiling.
Yeah, I cannot simply look at somebody and tell whether or not they're gay.
Yeah, no, me neither.
And even if somebody is like dressing like the stereotypical gay person or behaving like a stereotypical gay person or whatever,
like gay niggas look like London.
Yeah.
Gay niggas look like that.
Yeah. Gay niggas look like you.
All right, bro. They do though.
They do.
They do be niggas that look like me. Look, bro.
Yes.
Look, gay niggas coming all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
I don't know how to say that.
Speaking of, hold on, wait, go back. That has nothing to do with anything.
You gotta show off the boots.
I just want y'all to see my.
Before the episode is over, you gotta show the boots. There you go.
These boots were made for walking. All right,
that's
thanks.
just what they'll do.
And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk right over you.
And that's the show. We ain't got shit else to talk about. Mimi, got your social medias.
You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Sparkle, spelled with 4 E's, 3 S's, and an underscore. And if anybody wants to be my friend,
hit her up.
I'm kind of fun.
Right down
I
there.
like to go get food. Sometimes, I'll pay because usually I'll get like 2 or 3 entrees or several appetizers to share. And I'd be like, I got it. But one thing I do not do, except for with my cousin, I'm not splitting the bill. If we both got an entree and whatever the fuck else, whatever the fuck you ordered, you paying for it. I ain't splitting shit because my shit usually costs more. I get the most expensive thing on the menu almost every time.
Big stepper. Show them the shoes. Come on now. How you not step that big with shoes like that? Come on, man. Make sure you get at me at This Is Boston and at Rodney Boston. This is Boston on Twitter, Rodney Boston on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow the Burn One Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. This has been episode 132. We are out. Can you play that outro music for me and shut me up? You shut me up first.
And I'ma burn one for you.
Burn one and saute.